Hello, friends and esteemed adventurers. Welcome back to A Noob's Foray into the Vine Stalker fighter of Nemelex. I went back and rewatched some of my footage from the last episode, and I realized a bunch of things that I think are going to help. First thing, this evening star that scroll of acquirement gave us, I think is actually going to be better than my whip. I didn't realize it was one-handed. I thought it was two-handed. So let's see. +3 of Holy Wrath. Yeah, our whip is a little bit faster, but the base damage is almost +10. So we're going to go ahead and use that. I think that's going to help us. Another thing that I noticed was that near-death experience we had with the torpor snails and the hornet. I think that could have almost entirely been avoided with better play. And I rewatched that specific section to try to figure out what I could have done differently, and I realized a couple things. One was I used pain on a lindworm instead of on a torpor snail, and that's something small, but I think that would have helped because the torpor snail slowed us, and that's why that hornet was able to stack up so much damage. There were also 2 turns where I ended up moving instead of trying to attack something. I was hoping to kind of get one of them by themselves, and I should have just slowed down and realized that there wasn't a spot where I could do that. If I had realized that, I would have realized that I could have just killed this snail, and if I had done that, I think that whole scenario would have been a lot safer, and we would not have had to use Cure and Blink and Teleport. So that's something that I learned, and I need to keep in mind, is that I need to watch out a little bit more for situations like that, because that definitely could have been avoided. So that being said, the next step for us basically is going to be orc mines and finish the dungeon. I'm half-heartedly looking for the ghost that's down here, though I don't hugely care if I find him or not. There he is. You know, just in case, let's bring him onto the stairs, but I don't think he's going to be any issue at this point. Yeah, super easy. So I don't think we've found orc yet. No, we have not. So let's go down to the 11. And I'm pretty sure there's a cyclops around the corner here. Yep, there is. So I'm going to go ahead and close this door because I know he's going to open it. And then we're just going to take him out. That's no problem at all. Oh yeah, our evening star is doing work here, guys. Let's pick up these large rocks. I know I kind of threw away my stones earlier, but yeah, we're going to quiver our rocks. Because large rocks hit quite a bit harder than stones, and they're probably worth, using to pull if we really wanted to. Okay, so Demonologist. This guy can summon demons. I have definitely died to something of that nature. Now, is this guy scary for us right now? Not hugely, but let's see. Do we have anything that we could really use against them? We do. We've got a plain deck of destruction, which is going to start to not be as useful here in the next few next few floors. So as you saw, that was just crazy effective. I also found out what caused that huge explosion in the anthill. I thought it was like some combination of the cloud and wild magic, but it turned I think, and somebody might explain to me if I'm wrong, but I think that didn't have anything to do with the cloud. I got wild magic, which causes random miscasts, and I think I just got a bunch of explosions, which is similar to what I just got there as well with the Demonologist and the two-headed ogre. So we got 2 IDs. Let's do 1 scroll and 1 potion. Okay, we got Lig. I absolutely love lignification. I don't know that I'll use it at this point, unless I run into something that can torment. But early game lignification has saved many of my characters. Now, obviously, since I've only won once, that hasn't mattered in the end because I'm bad at this game, but we're going to choose to ignore that. So, I think we might have gotten the ogre by himself. Yeah, cool. There's a cyclops around the corner. At least there was. I don't know where he went. Cool. Let's see. A bunch of centaurs and some orcs. Let's run back here and make them come to us. Probably would have been fine to rush them, but I don't know what else is with them, and I just don't really care to find out, you know what I mean? We have some orc priests. One of my least favorite enemies. Come here, priest. I'll throw some rocks at him just because I don't like orc priests, and I think it's funny to throw rocks at a small helpless being. So another thing I noticed in my footage of the last episode was definitely in some spots how, you know, sometimes I'd be super liberal with my use of cards and just really conservative overall, and then sometimes I'd be just kind of crazy, balls to the wall, and trying to kill stuff that I really had no business just meleeing. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent in this video. I'm not really sure why I do that, but that is something I noticed, and something that I didn't really know previous to trying to make this as a video. So looks like D11's going okay so far. We could pick this up. It may end up being useful, but it may not. We found protection from cold, which is, in my opinion, better than a ring of ice. We're not going to keep wearing that right now, but we will keep it with us. I think that's useful to have. There's probably some stuff later that is going to be a problem. Is there anything that we would really want to drop? We could drop that wand of flame. I don't think that's going to see a whole lot of use. We could also use some of these enchant armor scrolls. Oh, that was the wrong scroll. This enchant armor scroll. Let's use that on our hat. And then once maces and flails gets to 14, I'm going to stop training it. I could take it to 16 for this evening star, but I want to focus a little bit more on fighting and shields and defenses and things like that. We're not really having a whole lot of trouble killing things, but I'm finished with Lair. I'm about to go into Orc, and 74 health, it still feels a little bit low for where I'm at in the game. So I think I'd like to drop maces here shortly, because that will get us at the min delay for a Demon Whip. It gets us pretty close to the min delay for the Evening Star that we're wearing as well. We unfortunately did not get a very good brand for it. Holy Word, it is nice, but not at this point in the game. So let's see. Let's go ahead and use our just plain deck of destruction, and we get a useless. Let's go useless. Not that we needed him. Okay, so maybe that just wasn't necessary, but I didn't really want to chance that. Two-headed ogres tend to scare me, even if they are this far along. Oops. I don't know how I ran right past him and he didn't see me. Okay, that's D11 completed. Moving on to D12. Irolka. And she is right next to an eel. I'm very likely just gonna run here. It looks like there's not a whole lot that she can do to us, though she does have LCS, which could basically just kill us. So we'd like to get her by herself if we can. What really makes me nervous about this whole thing, we have this freezing wraith, and he can slow us down, and then the electric eel on top of that. I just think this is a little too much for me to want to deal with. I could do a legendary deck of summoning and basically, you know, unless I got something bad, it should basically kill everything here, but I don't see the point in risking it. Let's just go back up, and we'll mark that off, and we'll go somewhere else. Okay, so she has a Dagger of Chaos. That's fine, as long as it's not Distortion. Hey, she berserked us. Alright, well. Berserk is always fun. Who knew that we were going to be a Vine Stalker Berserker today? I guess we do have that amulet that lets us berserk, but we haven't trained the evocations to use it yet. Oh, auto pickup is turned off. Okay, let's see. Are we at 14 maces yet? Just about. Awesome. Well, just out of curiosity's sake, let's see what this is. I don't... It would have to be pretty unbelievable for me to consider switching to it. That's pretty good, but not quite good enough for what I'm looking for. Our Evening Star still does more damage than that, and we've already dedicated quite a bit into maces, so we'll just leave that there. If it had really good resists or something, I'd consider holding on to it, but it didn't. Okay. So, I have a couple options here. I can just run, because we don't know. He might be the only one, but there might be more eels. I could use a deck, and it looks like we do have a little bit more to work with now, so let's go ahead and use a deck of destruction on him. Oh, most excellent. Okay, so we got rid of him, and there is another one, so let's go ahead and do that again. Okay, well, it looks like there were more than a few eels. One of them is changed into a jelly. That's fine. But I really don't like eels in general, so I'm going to go ahead and blow him up too. What is he wielding? Oh, that's a flail of protection. Okay. I thought that was an artifact. Alright, so we'll take care of the ogre. And then this little guy. And then I think the eels are all dead or transformed into jellies. Alright, come on back here, trolls. Yeah, this Evening Star was definitely a good decision. I know when we started we talked about how the slower weapon is good because, or if the faster weapon rather is good because of your anti-magic bite, and that is generally true. If I had a demon whip or even like a quick blade, I would put in serious thought into using. Well, I am going to use a demon whip instead of what I've got, but what is that? Oh, it's the troll leather armor. Okay. And I will use a Demon Whip because it's fast and it has really good base damage as well. But for right now, I just think this Evening Star is better than just about any fast item we can find at this point, unless we found some really good Quick Blade. Yeah, the damage is just excellent. So this was a great find. And we'd still do attack quite fast. Let's go ahead and use... Wow, that Plane of Destruction did not have very many cards in it. Let's go ahead and use this escape. Oh, that really hurt us. Okay. This is a problem. So we can use escape again. We could use triple draw and force our escape deck to give us elixirs. I think I'm going to do that. So an Ornate deck of escape. Yeah, or we could shaft him. Let's go ahead and die. Well, that blows. The card of clouds definitely that killed us. But all right, well, that was fun. You guys have a great day.